Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, March 4th, 2014. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Autumn Adams. In today's headlines, Tarleton student wins $1 Million Rodeo, job fair hosted by TSU Career Services, Lone Star Conference tournament begins tomorrow, March Madness Music Festival prepares lineup, trial for 9/11 conspiracy begins, and embryo transplants take place in Sweden. Now in today's top story. The Stephenville Empire-Tribune reports that 21-year-old Tarleton student Richmond Champion became a millionaire Sunday night after competing in the richest one-day rodeo ever, the American. Champion earned $100,000 for finishing first in the bareback riding and another $1 million for coming out of the qualifying ranks. Champion was tied for third after the first round, scoring an 84, then proceeded to score a 90 on the shootout. The road to qualify for the American wasn't an easy one, beginning at a rodeo in Wyoming back in February, then proceeding to the semifinal event last week in Mesquite, which he won. Tarleton head rodeo coach Mark Eakin thinks Champion will make it to the national finals this year. Champion has won 4 out of 5 of the college rodeos he has competed in this year already. Champion said, "I never thought for a minute that something like this could happen in my career this soon. But here it is. It's awesome. I'm pumped." In sports news, we go to Holly Brown for the latest news about the Lone Star Conference tournament.
Regular season conference play came to an end on Saturday with both Tarleton basketball teams losing to A&M Commerce. The Lone Star Conference tournament begins tomorrow at the Allen Event Center in Allen, Texas. The men's basketball team is the first seed in the tournament and are the defending champions of the Lone Star Conference and will play at 8:30 p.m. against the 8th seed West Texas A&M, while the Texans have the second seed and play the first game Wednesday at noon against the 7th seed A&M Commerce. This is Harley Brown with Texan TV News. Back to you, Autumn.
Tickets for the Lone Star Conference Championship can be purchased online through Ticketmaster and at the box office at the Allen Event Center. They are $15 per session or $60 for all season passes for adults, while students are only $10 per session and $32 for session passes. In season and campus news, students who are actively preparing for their future in college and career are encouraged to attend the job fair this week. The event runs tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Thompson Student Center Ballroom. Career Services says this year's job fair has a large number of recruiters, spokespersons, and field professionals from many different companies that will be attending and answering questions from students. Halliburton, Providence Healthcare Network, and the Texas Department of Public Safety are just a few of the businesses expected to work the job fair. Career Service representatives advise students to wear a business attire and not forget their resumes. Now for today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Bruce Springsteen will headline the NCAA March Madness Music Festival next month in Dallas. Jason Aldean will kick off the festival on April 4th. Fellow country star Tim McGraw and the Killers will take the stage on April 5th. Springsteen and the E Street Band will close for the free 3-day festival on April 6th at Reunion Park, the downtown lot where the NCAA Final Four was played in 1968. Pop rock trio Fun will perform ahead of the Boss. Additional performers will be announced at a later date. College basketball's Division I semifinal and championship games will be played at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tickets for the festival are on a first-come, first-served basis each day. In national news, Osama bin Laden's son-in-law, Suleiman Abu Ghaith, has finally been put on trial for the conspiracy of the 9/11 terrorist attack. He's being charged for conspiring to kill Americans and the aid and support for terrorists. Rigorous tests were done to pick prospective jurors so that he could receive a fair trial. Ghaith is the highest-ranking al-Qaeda to be tried on American soil. The court intends on showing videos and pictures of evidence to strengthen the case. Ghaith has been arrested in Jordan and has been extradited to the U.S. Ghaith pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. In international news, Swedish doctors report that 4 women who have had womb transplants, have also received embryo transplants in an attempt to become pregnant. The embryos were given to these women by their mothers or relatives as a part of an experiment to see whether mothers could receive an embryo transplant and give birth to a biological child. The women receive their own eggs by in vitro fertilization so that the children will be their own biological offspring. There have been 2 attempts in Turkey and Saudi Arabia, but both cases did not produce a pregnancy. The purpose of these studies is to benefit women who have lost their uterus to cancer or were born without one. As of now, these women are being closely watched for any changes. According to the Weather Channel, the high for today will be around 53 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Today's broadcast was produced by Xandria Rhodes, Tori O'Neill, and Harley Brown. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Autumn Adams. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.